Hello YouTube, this is Cowboy Dan the Lizard Man here, and today we're going to take a look inside Lizzie's cage. But first, I want to say thank you all for joining me and welcome to my new channel. This is the second video. I've got to talk about it in the first. But we're going to go through and talk about lizards. Mostly lizards. I'm going to have a little bit of my own stuff. I have 16 years of experience handling and caring for reptiles. Everything from lizards, crocodilians, snakes, but I've always found my heart in lizards. So, the knowledge I have to give is knowledge that most of it's common sense. Some of it's going to be information about where these animals are from. Some of it's going to be information about how they're invasive species, because I will do some videos around somewhere at some point about how animals are invasive to different states, especially Florida, which is where I am from. I'm not there now, but I am from Florida. And we're going to take you through making vivariums, temporary tanks, like I'm going to do for my chameleon when I get it, and permanent tanks, like I'm going to do for my vivarium, for my chameleon when I get the full tank. Leopard geckos. It's a story that I've been on the last couple days. Leopard geckos, leopard geckos, leopard geckos. They are an amazing first pet. But with that being said, I'm going to turn this camera around. I'm going to sit you down just like that for now. You're upside down, but you can still see I'm here. I got to pull this cage out because I got it locked with a cat. Can't get it because yes, I have cats and I don't like cats. I'm a lizard man. And I'm going to take the lid off of one side. I gotta do this side. I gotta fix something in this cage. So what I'm gonna do is sit this up. You can look in and watch. This is my leopard gecko cage. Here's Lizzie. Come on, Lizzie. Go on, move out of the way, honey. All right. Leopard gecko housing. What entails leopard gecko housing? I just had to fix that house for her. I'm going to let her go and be her best in there. I am one for making it look very good. I'll move this back here. Right back where it belongs. So, as you can see, this specific leopard gecko house consists of, and I bet she's going to go right back inside of her cool house. No, she's not. Just going to walk around. Look at that. She's going to show a little show for us. This specific leopard gecko house, I'm going to pick up the camera, is made out of excavator clay. Excavator clay is a substrate. It comes in a bag like this. It's from Zoom Ed. It says clay burrowing substrate. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, they cannot burrow through that. It's fragile right now because it's partially hard, but it's still moist. But she can't burrow through that. It gets rock hard, turns into a rock, which is perfect for leopard gecko because they're from rocky outcrops. Now, this is what I did. It's a 10-gallon. I'm only housing one leopard gecko. 10-gallon is plenty enough. I do got daytime lighting. I do got nighttime lighting as well. That light should have been off. Oh, wait, no, that light doesn't go off. Okay, that light in the back goes off during the day. It's on the timer, the same timer that the other ones are on. But, this is the daytime view, and it is nighttime, so I gotta turn it off for her eventually. If you look inside the cage, you can see Lizzie in there just chilling. She's just like, hey, what's up, peoples? Welcome to my crib. Anyway, as you can see, this is a 10-gallon aquarium with a hinged screen lid. I got books and stuff on it to prevent the cat from getting in there and pulling crap apart. My timer, or my temperature in the hot end in that box, since I've been taking the lid off, it went down, but it roughly runs around 90 degrees, which is perfect. Yeah, that's the moist hide. Okay. I did not form these myself. So as you see, that is a medium hidey hut. And I got Eco Earth in there that I moisten up with a little bit. And the clay, the heater's on the bottom, which is why you have the second lid here. The clay, there is no clay underneath that. It's all formed in around it. So there's no clay around that. Right? I got fake plants because I just don't have the means to make a traditional one. And yes, they are aquarium plants. They're neon colors, and I'll show you why in a little bit. And then this one is a step ladder that I covered in it, and it's pretty neat. I got some clay there I need to get off. I can see that right now. I saw that somewhere. Right there. Okay. But anyway, they did the walls. The back is a Exoterra. Is it Exoterra? Yeah. Exoterra foam back that I actually filled in the cracks with excavator clay. And I think that looks very neat. And I put plants in it. It looked like it was a semi-dry environment. At night, this is how the place looks. It glows with the nightlight. The plants will glow, and that glows and changes colors. Green and red, just to give a little bit of light there. Normally there is no daylight going through or anything. So excavator clay is good. I like it. I use it for all my desert reptiles that I'll ever get. It's some of the best ones I've ever used, and I'm not going to deny it. It's awesome. One of a kind stuff. Now, I'm going to turn back around and we're going to talk a little more. So, you don't want to get excavator clay. That's fine. Like I said, leopard geckos come from the outback. They don't have to be on excavator clay. The outback can have sand. It can have a little bit of dirt. It's all good. Lizzie was in the cage before this that was the same cage, but it was Eco Earth. I think Eco Earth and excavator clay are the only two substrates you should use with a leopard gecko. Why is that? Excavator clay is rock hard. It prevents her from licking it and getting it in her mouth. Excavator clay. Eco Earth, it's such fine grounds that you add water to it and it just doesn't get thick, it just floats. So she gets a little bit of that in her mouth, it's going to go right through her. Sand. I see videos of people putting sand in their leopard gecko enclosure, and I just flip a gasket. Never put sand in a reptile's enclosure, even if it's that calcium sand stuff. And in fact, calcium sand is even worse. Let me tell you about calcium sand. Calcium sand makes them want to lick it. If they're a little low on calcium, they lick the calcium sand. Well, what's that do to the leopard gecko? You think, oh, it's nothing, it's just sand. Wrong. Calcium sand forms and it gets clumped up inside of their stomach until it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until the lizard dies. It's called impaction. If you guys want to know what impaction is, just take a look on YouTube or take a look anywhere else and figure out what impaction is. Some pretty gruesome stuff, and I do think you should not risk your animals' lives for the prettiness of the cage. So with that sake, that's why I use excavator clay and a little bit of eco-earth. There's nothing wrong with excavator clay and eco-earth. So, this is the thing. And with all means, if possible, feed your leopard, gecko, or other animal outside of their enclosure if they have any kind of substrate. Now, when I get my chameleon, it's going to be a whole other story. I'll let you know what everything's going on if I decide to get a chameleon. And show you exactly how I have that cage set up. And I'll actually show you how I did that setup. I'm going to figure out a way to mount this camera somewhere. But I'll post the pictures and other stuff as well. I'm going to open up a Twitter account finally, and let you guys check out what's going on in my life and how Lizzie's doing. I'm also posting videos and stuff, or pictures and stuff on my Facebook page, which is not going to go out to public. That's for family and friends only. So yeah, keep an eye out. Stay tuned for more videos from Cowboy Dan the Lizard Man. With that, see you next time.